Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Dream Catchers Fishing Channel. We got a cold one today, and I'm with my dude, my step great granduncle, Ron, the YouTube sensation.
Three times removed.
3 times removed, YouTube sensation. Anyways, we are out on a familiar lake, North Georgia, and yeah, we're gonna see if we can't get after it today. I think the bite out here has been pretty good. So we're watching some seagulls absolutely lose their mind, which if you've watched the channel for any amount of time, you know that's a good sign. But I tend to notice I call the days all the time. I'm like, yeah, if we find some bait fish, we'll end up jacking them, and usually that's how it goes. So maybe today the same thing will happen, and I think we found some bait fish because these seagulls are freaking out. So anyways, I'm expecting some big fish today, maybe some big largemouth, definitely some big spots, and we'll see. So stick with us, should be fun.
Whoop. There he is.
Got him.
I saw that hit.
He was flying.
He was flying after it. I was like, don't set it too soon.
That was awesome, dude. Fish number 1. There he is. Little fellas. Little fellers. Ron answers first, but Daddy answers back immediately. Little boogers. Got him.
I saw that.
I think he's a big one too. I think he's swimming right at me. It is a big one. Really big one. Oh, yeah, that's the one we want. That was so sick that one fish came up to it and acted like it wanted it, and then this one finally was like, I'll come get it. Give me a big head shake. TK, we found them. You catching them? Yeah. Yoo-hoo! Aye!
Big old spot.
Big old fat ugly one right there, baby. Nice. That's what we're talking about. That's probably a 3 and change. Really nice fish right there, but threw the Kitech over the fish, and one kind of came up to it.
Ice in my eyelets.
Yeah, making it where you can't cast. Let's go. That's a good one. You got him?
Whoa! Nice one.
Is it? Nice.
Drop it down to the bottom.
What are you throwing?
That's a Kitech.
Oh, yeah. Is it a big one? Good one? 2-pounder? Yes. Yes. We like those. Dude, that's a fatty.
Yep, that's just pretty good.
That a boy? Let's go.
That was, I mean, I literally watched it go to the bottom.
And he thumped it.
He was going down at the bottom ahead of it. Then you just saw him turn.
Yeah. All right, so stop number 1, pretty productive. We ended up catching 4 right there. That one's about 3 1/4. Ron had that one probably 2 1/4, 2 1/2 or so, and then a couple little dinky ones. But TK, who guides for us every once in a while, he used to guide for us a bunch, but he's in the back and said, man, they're blowing up everywhere, but they're just really finicky to catch. And that just tends to be the deal. I mean, I think these fish have been here for a while. They're heavily pressured, and man, they get really keen to what's real and what's fake. So anyways, Ron and I are gonna run and gun today. Obviously we know there's some fish here, but high bluebird skies, we're gonna see if we can't figure them out. I think it's gonna be a great day. So good stop number 1. All right, so we just pulled up onto another spot, and we haven't started fishing yet, but this is a great reason why I love forward-facing sonar. You know, we know there was bait fish and fish packed up in the back of that one pocket. I can literally drop my forward face in here, and we're gonna do that. We're gonna scan real quick and be able to tell if there's fish here or not, and obviously present our baits to them directly, and you know, be really efficient with our time. So it's really key on our highland reservoirs to be efficient, because these fish move so much and they're constantly chasing bait. So we'll know pretty quick if this is the deal back here or not. Oh my God, was I not recording? All right, well, I'm an idiot. I just freaking busted one right here, and there's the splash marks. But I caught one. What I was saying was, I pulled back here and didn't really see anything on Panoptics. I was very like, I'm like, oh man, but I saw a couple dots on the bottom and there's no bait. So a lot of times back here in these areas, I'll pull back and present my bait, and there's obviously fish here. There's fish hunkered down in these key little areas, and they're waiting for bait fish, you know? So there's no bait. My bait is the bait that they think, boom, get bit. So anyways, I'm bummed out I didn't record. That was a nice spot, a probably 2.5 pounder, real fat and healthy. So we're gonna keep fishing back here. God dang. Oh my gosh, look at this, no tail.
Yeah,
He smashed it, dude.
Yeah,
God.
just didn't have a. I had it below the hook.
Oh my gosh.
They're just short striking it.
Yeah, I'm over, sorry. There he comes. Look, he got excited about that. That's a big fish. I think he would have eaten it if I had a little more room. Got him. Biggin', dude. Oh yeah, biggin'.
Yeah. That's what I need. They're feeding on crawdads.
Just up there in the clay. That's a dang good one.
You bouncing it off the bottom?
Yeah, I just felt it ticking that rock. Oh, he's barely hooked now.
Yeah.
Nah, he's hooked in the gum. He'll be all right. You'll stay pinned, Bubba. Dude, that's a good one. Look at that one. Holy cow.
Yep, that's a big old belly spot. Yeah, he wasn't comfortable.
I hope I'm recording. I am. Well, that's how you make an adjustment right there, guys. I noticed just a lot of these fish hanging out in 10 to 12 foot of water, and I'm like, man, might need to switch to a DT10. And thankfully Ron trusts me to outfit his crankbait box. So, and just like that, I mean, that's a dang easy 3.5, probably 3 1/4.
Big belly spot.
Yeah, big belly spot. So just had one. I saw it on Panoptics, chase it. So I just cast it out again, and that's a good one. Let's go. That's a thick one. That's what I like to see. Adjustments, baby. Oh, got him. Biggin'.
Oh, he looks like he, oh, he was taking drag.
I thought he was bigger than that, though. That's pretty gnarly bite, dude, when you just reel it by them and kill it and they just come up and cream it. I thought he was a stud on the graph because he was out there all by himself. But little spot on the DT10. You know, got the wind blowing into this bank, and you know, there's just some kind of rock mixed in here and there. He was just out there by himself. Thought he was getting himself a little crawdaddy. It's like I can't tell if they're really aggressive or they're not really aggressive.
Yeah, I thought that one, it ended up taking my bait. I mean, I thought that was the way he moved so fast.
Totally.
I thought that was a bite for sure, and then got too close to the boat.
Got another one.
Another one?
Yep.
Uh-oh, he's switching color. Well, that looks like a bigger fish.
That is a bigger fish. Dude, that was freaking next cast choke, dude. Golly, this thing's choked. He's got in his goozle, bro. Look at how far he's got that
That's a bigger
thing.
one than the earlier ones. That's
no doubt. Oh, golly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that thing is gone. Freaking, yeah, bro, you ain't coming off until the rapture. Oh my gosh, look at how good he got that DT10 right there. Oh, that's a big one too. That one's probably closer to 4. Oh my gosh, I'm talking about down the hatch, bro. Yeah, definitely need the pliers when they're eating it that good. Oh my goodness, look at that. That's literally the very next cast, guys. Oh, and that is a thick fish. Wow, he absolutely
whoa.
got him. Got him. This is kind of madness, bro.
I gotta get my son of this action here. I got the right bait on now. I gotta.
It's not a bad fish.
There's definitely been a change in pattern here.
Yeah, that's freaking unbelievable, dude. That's 3 and 5 minutes on the dang DT10 and Crawdaddy. He's probably 2 pounds, maybe a little bit smaller, but not live well worthy. But many a days I'd like to have him in tournaments. Definitely a gamble going there. Are those fish?
They sure look like it.
Oh
Yeah,
my
are.
god.
Whoa, dang.
Got him. Barely hooked. That's crazy. Is that not insane?
I mean, that.
He, look at him. I'm like, it looked like he just barely nipped it, and sure as heck, dude, look how I hooked him. I mean, by the freaking.
Oh, he wasn't coming off. That one hook was buried good, but it was the last hook that was going to get him.
Hair of his chinny chin. God dang, it's a big one.
You see that fish on the...
Oh, he's hooked funny. That's why. God, dude, I thought I broke my wrist.
Man, when you snatched that one, I said, what? You just get hooked on something or what?
I mean, I literally, I felt him like, it felt like a freight train hit it, dude. You see my wrist? About knocked the rod out of my hand.
I was like, whoa, I thought that was really a big fish, but your rod bent.
Holy cow. Like, okay, why'd this one eat?
Did you? I didn't even see him on the...
I saw a blob just on the bottom that I'm like, that might be a fish, so I cast it at it.
He came up.
I mean, about a 2-pounder.
Whoa!
Got him.
He came down.
Isn't that unreal? Big and dude. Go.
Oh, shit.
It's a giant. Hiya!
think that mark was that big.
Oh, I didn't either, dude. Oh, that is a tank. Dude, you brought your bait right by him the first time. He just didn't want it. It smells funny. It's Ron's bait, baby. Good night. Look at the size of that spot. If it's Ron's bait, it smells funny. Oh my gosh. He creamed it though. Another freaking stud spot. That's probably fourth one that's that size. Probably a little over 3-pounder. And then we got that one that's a no doubt foe. Showing up good and big and baby. Oh, we working on them. I love a damn chatterbait. I've caught some dang bags of fish on a dang Chattahoochee. There he is. Dang biggin', dude. Or not a biggin', but second cast with the chatterbait. With the old chatter snatch. Crazy. I just want to give a super special shout out to my water lens sunglasses. It is a bright day today. The water's real clear. We're not even sight fishing, but it is nice having a quality pair of sunglasses on my cara, on my face. In fact, it feels like I'm getting hugged by Ben right now. These are the Milliken frames. Thanks, Ben. Thanks for hugging my face. But in all seriousness, you know, it's springtime. The water's kind of cold. I mean, it's 50, 51. It's actually down from where it was just a couple weeks ago. And my thought is, man, these big spotted bass that kind of have these offshore wintering holes out, you know, 25, 30, 35 foot of water, they should be moving up in kind of this mid-depth, at least sunning. And that's what we've been doing, just kind of running and gunning. Listen, there is no rhyme or reason. We have seen so many fish on Panoptics on the Garmin LiveScope. I don't know why some fish are eating the crankbait and some fish aren't. We're not even making contact with the bottom. I feel like a rookie. Like everyone's like, make contact with the bottom when you're cranking. Yeah, you know, yeah, you got to contact on the bottom. You got to get the bill in the rocks. And these fish are just randomly suspended out here in 12 foot of water, and we're just burning a dang. Now, some of them, listen, some of them are on the bottom, and some of them we are grinding that little crawdad homie. But the last few fish we've had, they've literally just been suspended, and I've been just over 15, 18 foot of water with a fish in 12 foot of water and just throwing that crankbait right above them and then pausing it, burning it, pausing it, and then boom, they're crushing it. So anyways, we're gonna stick with it. I think we got a pretty good bag now. I think we got, you know, if all those are probably 3 1/4 to 3 1/2, and then a 4-pounder. I think we're on probably like 17-ish or so pounds, 16, high 16, maybe 17, maybe more. I don't know. I can't do math. I try to stay away from meth and I can't do math, so here we go. A little more. Hold on up a little higher. Freaking awesome. A little closer together.